MAC address kind of on the fly, so VoIP Hopper will do it before. But what we want to do is we want to do this -D flag, and the -D flag will say don't spoof the MAC address of the default interface, only spoof the MAC address of the newly created voice interface. I have to fix some of this DHCP code here. Okay, the interface is already created. All right, so we see here, it didn't spoof up here, but it did spoof the MAC address of the newly created interface, okay? So VoIP Hopper has access right now, and if I was to go, we see here that we're sourcing our interface from the voice interface. Okay, so what are the implications of this? This gets into the fascinating part here, is Cisco has a brand new feature in iOS 12.2.36 SE, April 2006. And it's really fascinated me. Let's take a look at it. Detect Cisco phone, okay? So this little feature here basically uses IEEE 802.AF, basically line power. And once I just turn it on here, it uses basically CDP and power over Ethernet to, so you have to have line power, entry in the switch, and then you have to send CDP. So I've been testing this a lot voraciously in my lab, and I can get it to where I can connect VoIP Hopper PC to the switch port, and it doesn't air disable, it doesn't shut down. But when I send CDP, the switch immediately air disables the port because it's getting the CDP packets and it doesn't have a power over Ethernet entry on the switch port, which to me is pretty interesting.
Is that enabled by default?
No, it's a brand new feature, and it's in like I said, 12.2.36 SE, which is April 2007, and this is the feature right here. So let's.
There's been a similar feature in the past we've encountered with someone connecting a bridge, where it auto-detected across the bridge that there was a IP phone on the other side of the bridge and started broadcasting across the bridge, which connected back and ended up basically saturating the entire network and shutting down every phone call in the organization.
Huh.
That'd probably be, is that related to UDLD or something like that, where you're keeping state of the other side of the bridge?
Okay. Now look,
Yeah, okay.
I just spoofed CDP, and you see here that we have a CDP detect message on the switch. It didn't like my CDP message because I was connected and I did not have power over Ethernet, so we immediately go into air disable state. That's pretty slick if you ask me, that feature. But we're just going to see here in a second. So this gentleman over here stole my slide. He's talking about hiding and filtering the MAC address, and we already talked about the physical security of the IP phone switch port is crucial. Okay, so phone CDP security, we talked about that. Port goes in air disable. I showed how the port got shut down. Sometimes if an IP phone's connected and you immediately connect, you unplug the phone, immediately connect the PC, it'll immediately go into air disable, which is pretty cool. Okay, so it can be bypassed in a couple scenarios here, phone CDP security. The first scenario is with only phone CDP security enabled, you can plug into the PC port on the IP phone and run VoIP Hopper like I demonstrated before. So we run the CDP spoofing, and I'm using basically the phone as my power over Ethernet adapter on the PC. So that's the first scenario. So what we're saying here is phone CDP security alone is not, you shouldn't rely on it. It's like the layered approach. Scenario 2 is the customer has disabled the PC port on their IP phones and phone CDP security is enabled. When MAC address filtering is not implemented, you can bring a rogue IP phone into the environment that allows the PC port 2, and you can use that to gain access into the Voice VLAN. So I've done that in a couple of security tests for customers on their internal network. I bring in my own IP phone, and I'm able to enumerate information about the network and do some fun stuff. Okay. So
Yeah, you have a question?
Yeah, are there phones that you can just change the MAC on?
What's that?
Can you change the MAC on?
Not the.
Well, if the phone is set up so that they've disabled the second port on that particular phone, what he's saying is he can bring his own phone in, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about changing the new MAC address.
Right, right, yeah.
I don't know how to. I haven't really studied that, so I don't know. I think it's kind of burned in. I don't know. It seems like you'd have to mess with the firmware. I haven't really looked at that. But anyways, this is in my testing. This is a perfect scenario for remote phone deployment right now. You turn on Phone CDP Security. You do MAC address filtering to only allow the one MAC address of the phone, and you disable the PC port or the Voice VLAN access. And then right now, I can't get into that. So that's something that's going to help you out.
Just plug a device in front of your attack machine and get it to 11 a.m.
Right, exactly, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get a Ethernet card for Linux that supports Power over Ethernet, and then I can then VoIP Hopper is already coded to support that.
Would you need a card to support Power over Ethernet, or could you have like a custom cable that just Power over Ethernet?
There, I mean,
Splice off the 4 wires that are going to the power. The phone can think that it's configuring and it's sending all its information about the power. It's just cutting off its 4 data ports. And I mean, it's not the most elegant solution, but if you have
Yeah.
a cable that does that.
yeah, that'd be great. You want to email me about that? See, I just plugged in the phone, and it's booting up here. Oh, the port's down because of the PC.
So a lot of the things that you have to do to defeat VoIP Hopper or any VLAN hopping attack breaks the concept of convergence in the enterprise. So all the benefits of voice over IP kind of go away, and now you've just got an expensive phone.
Okay, so the phone's up now. It's device detected. See, this is the line entry that you have to have. The switch has got to detect on the switch port, has to detect some type of Power over Ethernet signal. Then you can spoof the CDP. And obviously, it used the CDP message to find that it was a 7940 phone. Okay, so we're getting at the end here. I'm looking for Ethernet card supporting Power over Ethernet or something with the cable. So I'll.
Can I first move all the guys said something about the cable? That won't work. Even to that 3 AM power does not use the unused pairs. It uses 1, 2, 3, and 6, just like M100 Ethernet does. So you couldn't just splice off like the brown pair.
Okay.
Put a resistor on the other side.
All right. Well, the research I've been doing, there's like chipsets, like Texas Instruments has
Yeah, I
some
would love
parts.
to find like a little hub that was like a inline power.
Yeah. So
You can
anyway,
get an
But I think
injector
those
too.
phones don't speak AF. They speak pre-standard
They
Cisco
speak
stuff,
AF
which I think
now,
is unused pair.
No, it's not.
You sure?
I'm sure. Yeah, I got
Okay.
3524 is running access points over compare, so.
Yeah, the 3524s do. They speak both.
3524 are not Ethernet 3 Cisco protocol.
Okay.
In case of a software-based platform, whether I'm running on PC, whether it creates a virtual interface and there are also 2 VLANs, or how does it work?
No, I haven't really messed around with the soft phones. I don't know at this point. So.
They're not
so
VLAN.
I don't think that the soft phones use it because it's tied into the Ethernet IP of the actual laptop. So, I mean, if you could create a virtual interface on a laptop and run the soft phone through it, then I'm not really concerned about that. Right now, it's the IP, the hard phones right now. So we fixed the DHCP code. In the future, there's a new DHCP option for Avaya that I need to code. There's an Alcatel DHCP option, and then I'm going to start doing like trunk port encapsulation on VoIP Hopper.
Do you do Nortel DHCP requests?
No, I don't do Nortel right. I haven't done Nortel yet, so I'm looking to get
Should be great.
Nortel into my lab. So here's some information here. I mean, if you want to email it, that would be great.
Yeah, option 82.
The VoIP Hopper source forge page. It's also included in Backtrack. There's a URL for the security focus article, and this is our contact information. And I've got one more slide here since we've got.
Can you go back 1 second?
Back up.
Yeah.